Alright, guys, we're back with another exciting episode of In the Cut. Let's see what we got going on. I think we're going to do a little bunching today. Buncher was turning the wrong direction. Here we go. We are going down this road, and we're going to cut this whole block right in that draw. We're just going to get all kinds of wood on the ground, and then we'll have a few episodes of just processing, loading, and rolling. Ooh, we got some trees in our way right there, don't we? That's alright. They ain't quite in the road. I don't know, this block is real small. I think we'll be able to bunch most of it into log sets. Just process straight out of the buncher piles. It's not as exciting as it is to skid. Well, it's a little bit quicker. And everybody likes to do things a little bit quicker. I've been thinking to myself, I guess, in the next couple weeks, I'm going to start posting in some of the Facebook groups. Try to get me a couple guys to come on and join me in some multiplayers. If you're a subscriber and you see my post in the Facebook groups, you'll have first dibs on joining my multiplayer server. I'd rather have you guys who support the channel in playing and making content for the channel. When it first starts out, till I get to know y'all or whoever decides to come and log with me, we're going to use public mods, just straight mods that are available to the public. And then as I get to know y'all, we will start bringing in some of my edits if y'all want. But I'm just not going to turn my edits loose with a bunch of people that I don't know from Adam. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way to do it, because I don't want a bunch of my edits getting released out there and pissing off a bunch of the modders, because, you know, it'd piss me off too if somebody edited my work and then released it. You know, all I do is put decals on and switch some paint. I don't do any serious. I got one John Deere buncher that I took a FDR body and put onto this TMG undercarriage and processor head. That's as far as my actual modding has ever went, other than just doing reskins and paint jobs and decals. Some of these guys, they put hours in on their work, and it shows. It shows. And I appreciate it, and I don't want to piss anyone off, so until I get to know you, we won't play with any of my edits. Probably use FDR Volume 12 machines. Those are the best public machines out. That's probably what we'll use until I get to knowing some guys. And there's some guys around that are, respected modders that do great work. There's no need in upsetting them, because the more people who upset them, the more chances are they stop. Like one of my favorite guys, Jeff Alexander at Cabs Logging. He quit. He was wanting to start Patreons, and then some titty babies started crying. One guy went as far as to going in another group and starting a rant about Patreons, talking about Jeff and his work. I cannot stand that guy. I wish that everybody would run him smooth out of the community. Not Jeff, but the individual who was starting crap in other groups about Jeff. I feel like him and a couple other guys were the reasons that Jeff got out of modding and went, he just does it for himself now. And he does beautiful work. I hated seeing him quit modding. Some of the prettiest machines. They may not be the most well-functioning, but they were beautiful. Beautiful machines. Some of the better processors. His processors were great. His buncher heads, the collisions were messed up. I don't care for, which a lot of people are doing, making the same mistakes now. The collision on the heads are wrong, and when you go in to cut a tree, like I'm fixing to do right here, what I do when I'm going in to cut this tree, turn my head on, and I'll slide my head right across the ground. That way I get the lowest cut possible. Well, Jeff's bunchers, when you slide across the ground like that, dig into the ground. When they dig into the ground, they get below the ground on the blade, and you can't cut the tree. A lot of people's are doing that now, even FDR's. Not always, but sometimes his do that. That's why I love this machine. Anybody can run this machine right here. If you haven't noticed, you know me, I don't like glares in the windows. This thing had some stupid window glares, so I just rendered the glass invisible. That's how you solve that problem. It doesn't look as cool from the outside, but it did solve the problem. You can see clearly out of this cab now. FDR makes the best window textures, I think, because they show up from the outside, look like there's glass there, but from the inside it looks like nothing's there. See how this machine, you just slide it right out there on the ground. It cuts off right flush with the ground, no jumping. I really love this machine. We'll just try to bunch this whole block's what I'm thinking. Till she glitches out, and then we're gonna have to stop bunching. We will just move over and make a new buncher pile. Because I've cut this before. I didn't know I had Sirius's Mods pole trailer in here. I was going to give it a test run. I had 100 hours in this map. I gave that pole trailer a test run. I didn't know it killed save games, and it sure as shit ruined my save game. 100 hours in that save game and ruined it. It took me about 5 minutes to decide that that pole trailer was junk, but for some reason I saved because I had to cut a bunch of wood to load on that thing, and then it just ruined it for me. I think it was actually 101 hours gone, just like that. Blink of an eye. Start a new pile right there. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Getting these trees cut too will help us when we're bringing machines up this hill. We'll be able to swing out here now to where we couldn't before. Swing out here. Oh, we ain't got enough, do we? Just can't reach it. We got it that time. We'll keep piling this wood in here. Once I cut that roll right through there to the left, I'll slide this pile on even farther down this hill. Oh, sword fighting again. Back up, girl. Can't be sword fighting out here. Yeah, once I get these up here to the left of this pile cut, I'll slide this thing over and separate those two piles a little bit. It's looking like it might rain here. It sure cooled off quick, and the wind's picked up quite a bit. It's always a good sign you may get some rain. I think there's a few more up through here. That we need to cut before we can slide this pile. The cab on this machine's pretty dull, bland, whatever you want to call it. Man, that head functions well. It's got some secondary knives for when you're going to cut multiple trees. Use those secondaries to hold the tree into the clamp, into the head, and then you go through and you mainly use the bigger arms for collecting. But this head is so well designed, you don't really, I think I messed up. That treetop's going to be in our way of getting that last tree, I think. You don't really need those secondary. I don't cut. I can cut doubles, but there's no point. It causes more problems than time saved. It's more of a problem creator than saving time. Oh, there it is. There we go. Oh, easy. I bumped that tree. I got a little wild, didn't I? You'll have that sometimes. Sometimes you'll have it. Yeah, that wind is whipping now. I think I may have to cut a few more trees before I slide this pile over. It'd be nice to get that pile sitting right down in here where we're tracking right now. To me, in this map here, this edit of interior by Team Sardine or Sardinia, the more trees you get taken out, the better everything performs. At first, when you first start this map, it'll be pretty low, laggy. Well, don't worry about it. Just get to cutting. The more you get cut out, the better the lag will be. Because I play on a low-end laptop. If this YouTube thing takes off, I'll upgrade. But until then, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep playing just like this. I mean, this laptop here costs about the same money as a console would, and I can't justify spending any more than I would on a console. See that? I kind of messed up on that when I was grabbing that tree. This machine didn't freak out, knock the tree across the map. It just kind of took it well, you know. You can't ask for better performance than that. Hold on a second, my wife keeps calling. I'm going to have to turn my mic off. Well, I'm going to have to cut this video short, guys. My old lady needs me to go help her with the kids. That's 16 minutes. That's not a bad video. I think I'll still release it and not delete it. Normally I'd delete it when this kind of thing comes up, but alright, guys. Until next time, keep getting that wood out.